Hold My Drink with Charleen and Ellie, a GoLoud original.
Speaking of the album, is there any teasers that we can expect?
Any teasers?
Any collabs?
Any collabs, yeah.
Collabs?
Yeah.
Oh. Getting all facial now every now and then.
Wow.
And, probably, what's the biggest one? Face masks in the
Oh, do you love a face
Love
mask?
face mask
Yeah.
in the evening.
Now, are you a sheet mask or like a...
Sheet
Rub-on.
mask,
Sheet mask.
Yeah.
Less
It was
mess.
too messy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the biggest one for me is sense of humour. Like, I know that's not
Yeah.
really like...
Yeah. No,
You
yeah.
have to have a matching
Yeah.
sense of humour or it just doesn't...
It's
it'll
not going to
never
go.
work.
No.
Yeah.
Welcome to Hold My Drink with Charleen and Ellie. Our podcast is like a group chat between your best friends, girls watching on a night out, where you spill all the gossip on relationship dilemmas and life. If you're a returning listener, welcome back. And if you're a new listener, welcome. So on this week's episode of Hold My Drink, we had Niall Horan. How exciting. We got to ask him about his biggest ick, his biggest red flag.
How he puts on lip balm.
Is his hair really naturally brunette?
Yeah.
It's a question we all want to know.
We had a little chat with him.
Yeah.
Lovely man.
And then we talked about celebrities. Have we met any who we're starstruck meeting, who we want on the podcast?
Yeah.
Can anyone help us getting Dermot Kennedy on the podcast? Please let us know. We done our word association. Wait till I tell you. I told you about how I thought that my plane was getting hijacked or something was going to happen. Ellie's brother was in hospital.
He was, poor chicken.
Very dramatic week.
Yeah.
We also done our secrets and stalls and our safer skip where we asked ourselves, would we
Drink
drink Guinness? And that was it. Enjoy, guys. We are feeling very giddy today because you
Giddy
are going to see the guests that we have.
Ah.
You've already know at this point,
Yes.
but we just still are in shock that we got to speak to him. So Hold My Drink is out for you every Wednesday, but we also bring you bonus episodes every Monday, so you can listen to more of us now on the GoLoud app or wherever you get your podcasts. Very big episode today.
I know.
I'm very conscious of the fact that people who mightn't listen to us usually could be listening.
Oh, like new people?
Yeah, because you probably just want to hear what Niall's saying.
True, yeah, you're listening for Niall, not us.
Not
but
us.
You're stuck with us
But
now for the next hour
maybe
or
you'll
so.
stay.
Yeah. Hi.
We like to think we give good advice and tell stories
Yeah.
sometimes.
Some random shite.
Some random shite.
Advice.
I was in
Usual.
Berlin on the weekend, actually.
You went for...
Lesson. Someone
2
texted me
hours.
going, why did you only go for one day?
Someone
So
wanted
the reason
to know.
was we were meant to go last weekend and the airport went on strike, so I would have got stuck over there if I had went. So we changed it to this weekend, but obviously me, my sister and my brother went, so trying to find a day that suits everyone is hard.
You would
And
have
I
got
was
stuck
like-
and Miss Niall, was it?
No, I would have
Oh.
got stuck and just
Stuck.
been stuck. My
Okay.
sister had a midwife appointment and all. So we went over this week instead, but that meant my brother was in work on Monday. So we were meant to only stay one night anyway, but
Right.
we had to go home, so he's home for work in the morning. So I went for one day, 15,000 steps. My feet were ran off me. I was up since 4:30 that morning. Went to see my nanny and granddad. They're German and was
Oma
was
and
them.
Opa.
Oma and Opa.
So
Had some
cute.
German foods. Went to like a flea market actually. There's one
Oh.
like where when you get to the train station, there's one out there. I went to it before when I was there before, and I really want a flip up phone just to have
Wait,
and I found one.
reverse. For what?
Flip up phone just
For what?
for pictures or something like. Well, do you know I got it for €5?
What did you get?
It's a lovely white flip up phone. I think it's like an LG or something, but I'm gonna put diamond.
Like the island diamond?
No, not well, maybe
Oh.
diamond is, but still
Not as bad as
something.
I love.
And I made them little charms hanging.
I think I have a pink Motorola at home. Do you remember them? Hello Moto.
Oh my god, I
You know one of them?
love that.
I'll see. Do I have it for you? Like,
Yeah, I had that.
Did you?
Yeah.
We all did. Or
After
them
my community.
keypad phones.
Yeah,
I used to
the
love
Samsung
them.
Ping,
The which?
the Ping, when you slide it across, or the BlackBerry.
One of them too. Yeah. The
Yeah.
BlackBerry. Do you know what I've noticed? Years ago when you were younger, you went through phones like it was nobody's business.
Yeah, every year you'd be updating.
I
the phone.
got new phones all the time.
Yeah, why was that?
I don't know. And now it's just like
Maybe they
you
used to
don't.
break easier than they do now.
You just they were obviously cheaper then as well though. But like the
Yeah,
LG
true.
cookie, do you remember that with the pen?
Oh, I didn't have that, but a girl on my road had it, and it was I was so nice pink.
Yeah. Or like Sony Ericsson.
Yeah, or the Nokia C3. That was the keypad phone, the pink.
Oh yeah.
But like, imagine going on with them now. You'd be like, I can't even see.
I had one a while ago actually, and I'm going to say a while ago, years ago I obviously had it, but I found it years later and I turned it on and read through the messages and gave myself the ick and turned it off and never saw it again. I was like, no.
Close it forever.
Yeah, I was like, we won't be taking it to that. But anyway, sorry, yeah, Berlin.
Yeah, then got that, went to my nanny granddad's.
How are they? good.
Yeah, they're
Beauties.
good. We were with them for a good few hours and then went home that night. But like, I think I actually have anxiety. Like, I didn't think I did really until this flight, right?
Okay.
So like, I just think I get anxious sometimes, but I think I actually should. Like, I'm self-diagnosing myself.
Okay.
I'll get diagnosed properly, but fuck me. So I was on the plane talking to my phones. So I get to my row and I see like the fella on the edges, because I'm at the window, the fella on the edge's head is just like down. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, sorry, can I just get in? And he's on like this little blocky of phone, texting. And instantly I was like, he's clearly plotting to take the plane down. No, I'm not even you think I'm being dramatic. I was texting everyone, texted Dano, Quiva and my sister, and I was like, guys, I honestly think this could be the last message you ever get from me. Like, no, you start laughing. I was not joking. I sat there and I was like, oh my god.
What type of phone was it like?
A blocky, like
not
not
an
a burner phone. No, and he was like, it wasn't like he was like
An old man.
No, he was an old man. That's what. No, and he also had an iPhone. That's what I mean. I was like, why does he have a burner phone? He had this brand new iPhone and then this little burner phone and a book. And I was like, what the fuck? And he was like proper hiding it away from me, so I couldn't even see what he was doing. So I was trying to have a little nose in. And oh my god, I got myself so worked up. I was like gagging in my seat because I felt so
Fuck.
No, I swear to God,
were
I nearly got them to pull the plane over. I'm not even joking. The plane started going.
What was Selena saying to you?
She wasn't on the flight because she was flying to Manchester.
Yeah.
But I was texting her and she's like, he'd be grand. And I was like, no, I'm telling you now, like, there's something going on.
Where was Keane?
He's at the front of the plane
Oh, so
in
you
his
couldn't
lovely
even-
row to himself.
You couldn't
Keane
even
would be
tell
like-
him?
If I told Keane, he'd be like, what the fuck are you on about? So I was like, oh my god, clearly I was shaking like a leaf. I was texting Dan and being like, I'm shaking, I think I'm gonna get sick. And he was like, you're fine. The whole 2 hours I was like a leaf rattling in my seat because I thought this man
And what was he
was
doing?
plotting to take down the plane. Well,
What was he doing for the 2 hours?
nothing.
None.
And then he started putting his arm on his seat like that and I was like, oh, here we go. And then I just started being suspicious of everyone. I was like, maybe I have anxiety.
Maybe you brought
paranoia.
Yeah. You brought it on yourself.
But I was
kind of
also
thing.
very tired. Do you ever get a bit like,
overtired.
like it was just so, like I was convinced, I was like, this is it now. And I was like, at least I've texted everyone so they know that I'm like pure psychic.
Well, Bird,
Just
you didn't text me, so
I know, yeah, I did.
so that's fine. The plane was going down, and Charlene didn't text me.
I
Brilliant.
a certain amount of people.
God.
Oh, I was like retching in my seat because I was gagging because I was so anxious. then.
What would you have said to the air hostess people? Hi, this
Can
fella's
you?
gonna...
No, I wouldn't have said anything about him. I would have
Oh.
said, I feel really sick. Can you get me off the plane? Like the plane started moving, down the taxi to the to the thing, and I was like, I'm gonna have to tell them, can I get off the plane and go in the morning instead? And I'm like, well, then if something happens, I can be like, well, at least I'm off the plane. Convinced myself.
You're the funniest woman I've ever met in my life. Did I ever tell you that?
It was horrible.
You're so
No, it was.
funny.
I couldn't sleep a wink, and I was wrecked.
Could you move seats, I wonder?
No, because then I was like, I could have moved to my brother's row. He had no one on his row.
Yeah.
Lovely front, like very front row.
When
so
the
there's no
plane
one
went up
front.
in the air, I would have gone.
Yeah, but I was like, I need to be beside him if something happens. Stop this. That's why I didn't move.
I thought you were on Snakes on a Plane. What's that movie? Fucking, what's his Jackson? Yeah, Samuel Jackson.
I was like, I need to be.
What would you have done?
Well, I don't know.
You would have.
But I was like, if I move, this could change the whole thing. How could I sit comfortably at the front row knowing he's texting on
How
the
could you
burner?
have also stopped him hijacking the plane?
I don't know what I thought he was doing. Really, it made no lot. Well, it did make logical sense at the time, but it was just horrible.
No.
I literally was shaking like a leaf. And then I was like, why are you panicking yourself? I was like, oh no, I just can't stop.
Maybe you were just so exhausted you over panicked yourself.
You know when you're so
Yeah.
exhausted that you get so... I get like real anxious when I'm overtired.
I get delirious.
Yeah, that's why I think
Yeah.
I was a little bit delirious.
Yeah.
Me and Keane and Selena were sitting there. My sister's pregnant, and we were trying to make. She was like, "Oh, the baby moves." When I played a song in the shower today, like "Believe" by Cher. So we were all sitting in the train station. I was like, "Will it move now if I sing?" And she's like, "Maybe." I'm here singing to the book.
Oh,
Do you believe? She has a video of us singing to the baby bump.
I'd say it'll be true
I'm
lunatic.
gonna put it up on the Homerink Instagram.
Please
Send
do.
me. Anyway,
It didn't move, did it?
no,
Oh,
didn't
God.
move. Didn't move. But yeah, that was my horrible trip.
Mother of
Really?
God.
It was really. What you did for the weekend? Oh, you chilled.
I chilled, did nothing. Yeah.
I feel like there's bank holidays every week this year. Do you?
There's 3 in May now in a row in
What?
the UK. In the UK.
Oh. Because of the King's coronation.
Yeah, whatever that means.
The King's getting coronated.
What? Where's he going?
Like-
Coronation Street? What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
No, the Queen.
I think it's a correlation, isn't it?
No.
What?
Coronation. Correlation is something maths, I think. I remember doing correlations in maths. Anyway, the Queen's obviously died.
Yeah.
And then the King needs to be like crowned the King officially.
So what has he been for the last year.
He's still been the king, but
Nothing.
like not officially. This is like the official.
Apparently he's the oldest, richest retired man or something.
Well, I'd well fucking believe it.
Yeah, he's retired, but he's a billionaire.
Do you ever wonder, like, I wonder if they just get paid, like, into their bank or, like...
I
how does
would
that work?
love to sit them all down and be like, much in your account?
Much.
Do you have a bank account?
Much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you have cash under your mattress? What goes on? Like, where's your money? I don't get it.
Can they just... Do they do online shopping and get
I
fucking
don't
in
know.
palace?
Like, I think the whole thing is mad.
Bizarre.
Because we obviously
Yeah.
don't know what any of it is. Like,
No.
but I'll be in London for that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so
That'd be mental.
keep us updated.
It's like a national holiday over there now.
This week, wait till I tell you what's going on. Wait till I tell you, I'm going to fill you in on a bit of family drama actually that's gone on for the last while. Oh, mother of God. I'm going to try and keep it long story short. We all suffer kind of with our throats at home.
Yeah.
Which sounds very fucking odd. Yeah, I remember growing up, my mum would always get like strep throat. Queeve got strep throat really bad once before. I like, it's like as if when we get a sore throat, we get it really, really badly.
Yeah.
We get tonsillitis.
Yeah.
And my little brother Jack gets tonsillitis really, really bad. He's had it 3 times since Christmas. Excuse me. And I think the older you get, you have to have it like 6 times in a year to get them taken out, or some, I don't know, there's some amount of times.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Jack got it really badly a few weeks ago, and then it was after the live shows, I started getting a sore throat, and I was like, oh God, what is going on here? He had started to feel better, so I took his antibiotics.
Oh my God, yeah.
And I started taking them. Now I started taking them like fucking sweets. That's really not good for me. But I was popping all these pills, so he didn't finish his course of antibiotics. So it just stayed around him. It didn't go away. Stayed around. It got really bad. Then it got severely bad like last week. And it also happened to be the week that my mum and dad were in Lanzarote.
Yeah.
So my mum and dad went away to Lanzarote on the Tuesday. So it's just me, Jack and Quiva at home. Quiva works a 9-to-5 job Monday to Friday. I'm at home with Jack. But like, I'm out of the house every now and again. And we were also up in Finlock. Me and you.
Yes.
It was that week. Whenever that was.
Yeah.
We went up to Finlock. So the day that I left for Finlock, Jack I think he had been in the doctor's that morning, and she gave him more antibiotics and blah blah. Go home, you'll be grand. I think it was that night. Anyway, the night that we got to Finlock.
Yeah.
It had gotten so. Oh no. That morning it would have been the second time he went to
The doctor.
Yeah, second time he went to the doctor. That night then that we were in Finlock, it got so bad that my sister actually rang an ambulance because Jack's throat literally started closing up.
He couldn't even talk.
He couldn't talk. He
Yeah.
couldn't breathe. He has asthma as well. So like, Queeve was just terrified. She was at home on her own. She was like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
So she called an ambulance to the house. So an ambulance came to the house. The drama of it all. I tell your neighbours are like, what
I know.
is going on there? And the last time an ambulance was called to our house was actually for Jack as well, when he chopped his finger off in the door.
Oh.
Yeah. He chopped his finger off in the hall door.
Oh.
The top of his finger is completely fake. He can't feel any. He could bite it and he can't feel it.
And when nerves in it, like.
Yeah, and when he chopped it off, he shook his hand and there was blood everywhere. And me and Queeve had to clean it up.
Oh.
But anyway,
I hate blood.
the ambulance came to the house, and I think they said something like, they wanted Jack to go with them, but he didn't. He was like, I don't want to, like, blah blah. The only thing we can give you is paracetamol or something. And he was like, no. So Queeve was ringing me in the meantime while we were in Finlock, and she was like, he's really bad. Like, I don't know what to be doing with him. The morning after that, then he went back down to his GP, but it was a different doctor, I think, and he immediately referred him to Blanchardstown Hospital because his throat was so bad.
Yeah.
Poor fella couldn't even breathe. So Queeve rang me. I'm up in Kesh. Is that where we were?
Kesh.
I think-
Yeah.
yeah, it is
Kesh.
Kesh.
Letterkenny.
We were in Kesh. Queeve rang me and she was like, she had to leave work actually. I'd say she felt like a real mother for the week.
Yeah.
I was like, lovely, night off, grand. But Queeve had to leave work to bring Jack down to the GP to get him referred to the hospital. She rang me and she was like, I have to go back to work. Like, I don't know, I can't just fucking take the day off.
Yeah.
She rang me and she was like, you need to come home from wherever the godforsaken hell you are.
Yeah.
So I had to boot down the road. You'd gone at this stage.
I was gone, yeah.
I had to drive home. I fell asleep at a traffic light actually. It was really bad. It was really scary. We were it wasn't actually a traffic light, but it was like, you know, those things where the men are in the middle of the road and they're stopped.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is going to take, do you know the way they take ages?
They
Like a
do
3-minute
take a long
countdown or
time.
something. And I was like, lovely. So I closed my eyes for a minute. I swear to God, I was closing my eyes and I was sitting there and I fully fell asleep.
Were you dreaming all this?
I fully fell asleep at this light and I woke up shocked, but I was still in the same position. And I was like, oh my, I could have been passed out
Oh
for
my
a half an
God.
hour. Anyway, booted down the road, collected Jack, brought him to Blanchardstown Hospital, sat with him in Blanchardstown Hospital. I didn't even know Blanche had a hospital. Sat with him in Blanche Hospital for about 7 hours, I think. The place has no bleeding signal, no Wi-Fi, no nothing. It was going off my head in there.
Oh my God.
And a doctor had to come over and have a look at him and be like, yeah, we have no specialists here that can deal with him. He's going to have to get an ambulance to Beaumont Hospital. I was like, good Jesus.
Did you go in the ambulance? No.
I said that to him. I was like, do you want me to come in the ambulance? My car's here though, so
If you left
what do
there
I do with my
in the
car?
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
was like, it's up to you, love. You can do whatever you want to do. He was like, but I'm just letting you know, Beaumont probably won't let you in. I'm only Jack's sister. Like,
yeah.
do you know what I mean? I had to go down as his next of kin and all. And I was like, what?
Fuck.
What is going on here? And Jack couldn't speak at this time, so I had to say everything
For him? Oh
Yeah,
my God.
God love him. And they were asking me, like, is he allergic to stuff and all? I was like, oh, no.
I hope not.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. But anyway, he got an ambulance to Beaumont on his own. God love him. It was really sad. I felt so bad leaving him.
Oh.
But I rang my mum. This whole time, actually, my mum and dad are in Spain and or Lanzarote, and they're like, our mind is at home, our bodies are here. Like, it's
yeah.
just not. My mum was going to come home early.
Stuff like that only happens when parents are
Yeah,
away.
she was
Literally.
going to come home early. She was like, I'm looking at flights for tomorrow. And I was like, there's no point.
Yeah.
If he's in hospital and you only have a 2-hour gap of visiting him,
That's all there is. Yeah, yeah.
what else are you going to do? Like, you're not going to be able to do anything for him.
Yeah.
So he spent 5 nights in Beaumont. I went up once to visit him. He had a lovely window view.
Ah.
And God love me, he was texting us in the group chat and he said he had a lovely nurse called, what was her name, Muriel or something, Myrtle or some mad name. And he was like, she is a saving grace. She is the nicest nurse ever. I'm going to call my first daughter Muriel or something. I can't remember her name. But I was like, oh, only Jack
Off his
Kelly.
head on tablet.
Yeah, it probably was. But he spent 5 nights in Beaumont
Wow.
and I collected him.
And it was, what's it called? Quincy.
Quincy, it's called. Yeah, so basically his tonsils were so badly inflamed and so badly infected that
They're
they
touching
just,
each other.
they swell and they
Yeah.
touch. And like I said, because he has asthma, they were afraid that his throat would close up. So they have to basically, TMI, anybody who doesn't like any of this, stop listening now. They have to slice open the ball.
Did he have he had the operation, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's awake for it, like.
Oh.
And Quiva looked at his throat and she was like, and Jack wouldn't even look at it. Quiva looked at it and was like, "Ugh." You have to slice it open and drain his throat. Like, it was. I went into him one day with a bag of jellies and like juice and all this
one
stuff.
thing, yeah.
He had one jelly and I had the rest of them. And then I sat there and I was like,
I'd say the fella is like see-through.
oh my God, he's so
Skinny,
skinny.
like,
yeah.
yeah.
He was delighted, I think. And I was like, no, Jack, you're so skinny. It's scary. Well, I went in with a load of sweets and snacks and all from one day and I was setting all the things up on his table and all, and I was moving things that he had there, and I picked up this cup and he goes, don't look in that cup.
Phlegm.
Oh my God, it was just, because he couldn't
Yeah,
swallow
yeah,
anything.
of
It was just a
Spit.
cup of gick nana. I was like, Jack,
Oh.
the poor fella. But
Oh.
yeah, that was the new goss of
Jesus
the
Christ.
Kelly family anyway. Mental week. My poor mother and father, they said they'd never go away again.
Only happens when
Yeah, and then
someone's away.
they come home and Quiva's giving out to them. You did do a shop before you left. My mum says, you're nearly 29 years of age. You want to eat something, go and buy it.
Go to the shop
Yeah.
yourself.
But that was my way to tell you anyway. There's the gossip.
Oh God. Thank God he's okay. Shout out to Jack.
Shout out to Jack.
Yeah.
You're all good.
Word association.
Okay,
We've really fucked this up.
we're really bad at this.
Actually, no, we got it right last time. We don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, do I go first?
Yeah, yeah. You go first, yeah.
Word association, chocolate.
Bottle.
Okay. Oh, hold on.
3, 2, 1.
Sweets.
Chocolate milk. Oh.
Oh, yours is very good.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like we're doing... Okay, go again.
I was thinking of a cola bottle. I don't know why. I think it's chocolate is
I was
brown
thinking
and they
I
were
just
brown.
had this bottle. That's why.
That was good, chocolate
Yeah.
milk.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Butterfly.
Flour.
Okay. No, yours has to be a random word as well. Wait, we'd say
It is random. That just came into my head.
Okay, butterfly and flower. Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Garden.
Bumblebee. Ah, close. Close, but no.
Not the same.
That game really
We're really not doing it very well, I don't think.
gives me a headache.
We're giving it no justice.
before we have who you're all waiting to hear from today, we want to chat a bit about celebrities. What celebrities have you met? I feel like we talked about this in the podcast.
We did. We chatted about this.
Briefly go through.
Yeah,
who
we
met.
chatted about this before, and then I pulled a blanker, and I couldn't remember who I met, and I'm still pulling blankers. I've met Jeffree Star.
Nadine Coyle, you met?
I've met Nadine Coyle. I met Louis Walsh, and I can't remember if I was drunk and told him that he was really small, or if I said that to the people I was with. I hope I didn't say it to him,
I hope not.
because I love him and I want to get him on the podcast.
We want him on the podcast.
But I couldn't get over how small
If
he
anyone, can you all text Louis Walsh?
Yeah,
to
and
come on the podcast.
I love you because you're small, Louis. Don't worry. Like, I love you so much.
He's just a nice, cute man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the second time meeting him, actually. I met him in town years ago, actually, when I was on the Mitch from school. We met Pat Kenny this morning. I'm counting that as one. I don't know. I think that's it.
I've met Edwards.
Niall Horan.
Yeah. Joey Essex.
Oh, fun.
I
I met people from Geordie Shore.
Even Geordie Shore, Love Island.
I'm trying to think of any singers. Nadine Coyle's probably
I don't think I have. Niall Horan's probably the biggest I've met.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever been starstruck meeting someone?
Niall Horan.
Yeah.
I couldn't get my words straight.
I felt like I was, but then I wasn't as well.
We had cue cards and all, and I was reading it and I didn't.
The words were moving around.
Yeah. The letters now are moving around the page. I was like, what's going on here?
I was like, do you know what? We have only got one shot. What's that song?
I didn't like being higher than him though. That was
Yeah.
weird. The way we were set up, he was like down low on like
I felt like we were like
chair.
interviewing him.
And he said, I seen him talking on something else, and he was like, I feel like I'm in a job interview.
Yeah. He was very low down.
I wish I asked him what
Lovely
he smelled like, or I wish I just gave him a
little whiff.
Yeah.
I met Union J. Used to always go stalk them. Oh, I took Channing Tatum's head.
I love that you're like.
That's for.
I used to just admittedly go and
I
stalk
did
these
used to
people.
stalk them. Probably was starstruck meeting them.
Yeah.
But I feel like now I'm not. The only person I was starstruck to meet really is Taylor Swift. I would pay 10 grand to meet her.
I'd pay 10 grand to meet Dermot Kennedy.
Would you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you could probably just hang around the studio.
I wonder does he do wedding singing?
Yeah, but probably for a hefty.
Even if
price,
it was one song, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, but how much do you think that would be?
50 million euro. I don't know. I don't know how much he charged, but like
a first dance. So
to have him there singing it.
I think he'd come on the podcast.
Dermo. He watched the story that we were in one day, so maybe he knows.
Did. He did.
I really think we should get him on.
I think we should just keep down him.
Just hock him out.
It's a shame. Like at least the worst comes worst. Dermot Kennedy thinks we're annoying.
What was it that somebody sent it to us? Is it she's cousins with him or something? Did she say
cousins with his girlfriends.
Oh, is that what it is?
If anyone has any connections to Dermot Kennedy, please let us know.
That would be amazing.
We need to text him though as well. You text him and see. He might be. I feel like he's in Dublin for like summer times. For
Does he live in New York?
Yeah, maybe. We will fly to you, Dermot.
Yeah, we will. I'm yeah.
I would. I'd pay money to meet Taylor Swift. I think I was going to pay to meet Justin Bieber when I was young. I would have when I was younger, but I think you literally get
3 seconds with them.
No, do you know it was the tour just gone, like, got cancelled. You could pay like 700 or 1,000 I think to meet him, but you have to get a picture with 3 other people, like random people.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
What if you're the one on the end who doesn't even get to touch them?
Yeah.
Nah. I'm not paying that much to
waste money
to not even to be in a picture with.
If you're not guaranteed it, no way, Jose.
No,
I wouldn't. I'd pay extortionate amount though to see.
Wouldn't it be sad though if you met someone and they were just not even nice?
If they were an arsehole. See, I feel like Dermot Kennedy's just so.
Oh, he'd be nice. He's Irish. No Irish people are assholes. I'm convinced.
Do you think?
Celebrities, like people can be cunts, but no, I think like no.
Yeah, I'm trying to rack my brain now of like
Niall's lovely. Like, who else is quite big? And like Bono, I don't know him, but I'm sure he's nice too.
His daughter follows us.
Daughter follows us. She's lovely,
brilliant actor.
Like they're the biggest. Bono, Niall Horan, and Greg O'Shea,
Westlife.
Lovely man.
Greg O'Shea, we love Greggy here on the pod.
All lovely men, I'm sure. Don't know, but I'm sure Westlife are lovely. Would they come on the podcast?
I went to primary school actually with one of Boyzone's daughters. I'm nearly sure it was Boyzone's daughter. And I was really good friends with her in primary school, and I'll never forget the outfit that she wore to her communion.
Is it unreal?
She wore trousers, and I think it was like trouser leggings or something. But she was real, like, she wasn't a hippie, but like, what was her name? I can't remember her name.
Who's getting contact for her asked her
It's really
father to
sad,
come
but
on.
I still remember her communion outfit anyway. It was a Keen, something Keen. I don't know. I can't remember,
think
but
so.
she was the coolest thing ever. Coolest girl. Like, I wanted to be her.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then she got taken out of my school and I was really... Well, she moved schools and I was really sad.
Oh.
But Boys on... Yeah, there was Boys on.
Yeah, one of them or Westlife would definitely come on.
We need to make a list of the Irish celebs.
Yeah, because now I'm remembering them all, but like when we actually go to think about it, I'm like,
Yeah.
who? Who's a celebrity?
No, yeah.
Yeah, I think they would be really good.
Mm.
Louis Walsh.
Louis.
Come on.
Do you reckon you could get the president on the podcast?
Michael D.
Mickey D. His poor dog died.
Oh, yeah.
It's the most photographed dog in Ireland.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
But how
Very sad.
isn't it?
Very sad. But speaking of celebrities,
The biggest celeb to come out of Mullingar.
the biggest celebrity probably to come out of Ireland,
Definitely.
could it be said? Yeah. And yeah, I was a huge One Direction fan when I was over.
See, I think I had just came out of the age of people who were like,
that, yeah.
yeah, I think I was too old.
Yeah. Like I hope Niall isn't listening to this, but I had the One Direction dolls.
You should. Oh, you did tell him that, didn't you?
No, I didn't tell him that.
Why didn't you tell him? I should
I
have told him.
can't.
She had a voodoo
He'd
doll
be like,
of you.
she is a fucking psycho bitch.
Yeah, she
But
was,
like, it's mad having a doll of
A
someone
doll.
and then interviewing them like that's bizarre.
I should have told him you were in bed with his little naked dolly.
No, Jesus Christ.
Niall, she's taking clothes off in bed.
My
with this dolly.
my favorite was Zayn. If anyone was getting naked,
That's
it would
because
be
he was tall, dark, and handsome.
yeah, kind of like Dano,
Tall, dark, and handsome.
like foreign, like
Yeah.
foreign.
That's
Tan,
your type.
yeah,
Yeah.
dark hair, dark eyes.
See,
You know,
twinnies.
yeah. But let's go into us interviewing the one,
The only
Niall Horan.
I forgot his second name there, but Niall Horan. Woo!
So today on How I Drink we have Niall Horan.
Hello.
So
How's it going?
on How I Drink, can you guess what we talk about a lot?
Yeah.
Drinking.
Yeah. What else?
What's
And
your
stuff that goes on around drinking.
Yeah,
Nights out.
everything.
everything?
You name it.
Everything.
No stone. No, what is it? No stone left.
Unturned.
That's the
Unturned.
one.
What's your drink of choice if you were to go out?
Depending where I am.
Okay.
Here, Guinness.
Okay.
Outside of Ireland.
It's not good
the odd
outside of
pla-
Ireland.
There are a couple
Yeah.
of places I found, but you have to go looking for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gin and tonic.
Oh.
Love a gin and tonic.
Love a gin and
I'm a
tonic.
gin girl. Yeah.
And then lager of some sort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were saying we seen on TikTok a girl had met you in the streets of London and you had like a little Whole Foods bag.
Yeah.
Your little
And
shopping
I was
bag.
like, oh my God, he does his weekly shop.
he does normal things. Can you believe it?
I had a
Wow.
disaster actually with that. I was going out to get dinner and going out to get whatever I was going to cook, and down not too far from where I live, the Jonas Brothers were playing the other night,
Oh.
Oh, I seen that.
and
Yeah.
I went down to the shop, and on my way back, I bumped into about 25 French girls that were on their way
Brilliant.
to a Jonas Brothers concert.
Same
Me
demographic,
just there.
probably.
Yeah.
Your little bag.
Me there with my shopping bag on my
See,
shoulder.
you do your normal things. You do your weekly shop. You
Yeah.
pop
Oh
about.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I generally live as normal of a life as I possibly can.
Cool.
Yeah.
Outside
Yeah.
of the madness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also seen on your TikTok, I didn't realise that you're naturally brunette. I thought you were naturally blonde.
The amount of people that say that to me.
Do they?
Yeah,
I
it's
seen it
mad.
and I was like, what? I was like this whole time.
That's obviously a good job from the hairdresser. Like,
Great job.
you know, she was doing a good job
Yeah.
back then.
That's what every girl wants to go for, that natural blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah. Niall achieved it.
So you're here to celebrate the release of your new single Meltdown
Yeah.
out on the 28th of April.
Mm-hmm.
You said online it's about kind of feeling anxious and having that moment where you're kind of freaking out and knowing deep down that everything will be okay. Like, did you have a moment where you felt like that kind of inspired that song
I think it's just a general.
in
kind of
general?
whenever you feel it, and then watching other people go through that kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and when you're watching someone else go through it, you're like, "What are you freaking out for?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be great. You know when you're watching, but then when you're
Yeah.
in it, it's like,
It's different when it's you.
You're in your own head, I think, a lot like that as well. when
Yeah.
It's your own.
yeah,
And you can give advice so much better. Like, we give a lot of advice on our podcast. You give it so much better when you're not in the situation.
Yeah.
When you're in it, you just
Nah.
don't.
Yeah,
freak
full
out.
meltdown.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I wanted to write, and this song is really fast, which lends itself to like how the pace of your
Life.
heart,
Of
or,
course. Yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah.
what's going through your
The
head.
chaos. Yeah.
So that's what I
Yeah.
wanted to do in this one. Yeah.
Oh, Teddy, speaking of feelings, you've got an album on the way at the show, which is going to be released on the 9th of June.
Mm-hmm.
So this is your first album in 3 years. Going back, how did you find your sound as a solo artist? Like, how do you come out on your own? And how do you know what road to kind of go down nearly?
I just what I naturally.
I was going to say, does
Right.
it just come naturally?
Yeah,
Is that how it
I
happens?
don't think anyone was shocked by my first single. Everyone just
Yeah.
kind of expected me to be the fella with the acoustic guitar
Yeah.
because that's what I naturally like pick up and do.
Yeah.
So that's how I kind of found that side of it, and then it's been about like developing it over the years and getting it into. Try to experiment a bit, see what works, see what doesn't.
Yeah.
I feel like on this album there's different vibes across the place, but they all feel like they're still me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all kind of still tie into the
Tie into
one.
the
Like,
same
yeah.
place, yeah.
Jill, speaking of the album, is there any teasers that we can expect?
Any teasers?
Any collab?
Any collabs? Yeah.
Collabs?
Yeah.
Oh,
Will we see Lewis on the album?
no, he's too busy. Like the two of us
Yeah.
are just like,
You don't match schedules.
and
at
then
all.
when we do, it's hold my drink type stuff.
Yeah, okay.
It's usually to the pub and not to the studio.
Yeah.
We'll get there one day. Like
Yeah.
it'll be, and we have written together before, and it just hasn't like been good enough or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
high standards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Of course.
So until it's really good, we won't release anything.
I actually seen you play. You supported Lloyd Daniels off the X
You were
Factor.
there.
I was
in the
there.
Academy.
Literally years ago.
Oh
and I
my
remember
God.
seeing you. And at the end, you had your little CDs that you were selling. And I was in the queue to meet Lloyd Daniels. And I was like, Mom, can I get one of them CDs? She's like, no, you're in this queue now. And then years later, you're on the X Factor. And I was like,
Oh.
thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mum. After that. Thank you, Mum.
But you get asked, obviously, about music all the time. But we've seen your TikToks on skincare.
Yep.
You've been a
Love
bit
it.
of skincare, man. What's your
Yeah.
biggest skincare tip that you've learned?
Christ.
You have a steamer and I don't. A face steamer and I don't.
Steamer.
So
Yeah.
you're already above us, to be
Yeah.
honest.
No, I don't know. I got into it like at work, like get like done up, glammed up, you know, whatever you want to call it, all the time, and just trying to like keep my face clean.
Yeah.
Of course.
Was where it started, and then it was just like then I got into it, made it part of the
Yeah.
routine. Getting out facial now every now and then.
Wow.
And then, probably what's the biggest one? Face masks in the evening.
Oh, do you love a face
Love
mask?
face mask in the
Yeah.
Now, are you a sheet mask or like a...
Sheet-
Rub
sheet
on.
mask,
Sheet mask.
Yeah.
Less
It's
men.
too messy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 And we always slag men. I always slag my boyfriend
Yeah.
for how they put on lip balm. If you had to stick a lip balm
Oh,
now,
okay,
what
right.
how would you put it
Stick
on?
a lip
People are
balm.
laughing at me.
Okay. How would you... Pretend you have one. How would you put it on? What do you do?
They always do the same.
I used to like rub it on my finger.
You did not.
The
Yeah.
Did
like a
you?
cat
And
stick.
then I used to like like Carmex.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's
I just,
fine.
Like, do like that.
Rub it on the finger and then put it
And
on.
Well, how do you actually rub it on?
Like that.
Okay.
Men always like go this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Then I
Like
get
a
aggressive.
little
Yeah,
bump
yeah.
on the lip.
Or when they put on moisturiser.
And then there's like lip
Yeah,
balm
people
on
were
the-
laughing at me because I was doing like I did a
I
TikTok.
thought you did a great job.
I was like, going mad.
It's chaos.
I think it was because the camera was on and I was like frantic.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
Not as aggressive as that.
We talk about icks and red flags a lot on the podcast, and we know that our listeners love it. We love talking about them. Very lighthearted,
Very
like
funny.
they're just funny.
Yeah.
What is your biggest ick? Like these can
I
be
feel like-
as ridiculous as someone crossing the road. You know,
Yeah.
waiting on the green man. You ever
Yeah.
heard of that one?
Oh yeah.
We had one about people say when girls
a-
say if
oh,
a
yeah.
man's in the bath and the willy's just
Willie just floating.
That is mad.
Thinking of a man in the bath and his Willie's just floating. It's like, what does it do? Yeah, like they're just ridiculous. They're not to be taken
Jesus, I don't know if
seriously
we go down
at
that
all.
line. Oh God, I don't know. I think the biggest one for me is sense of humor. Like I know that's not
Yeah.
really like
yeah. No,
you
yeah.
have to have a matching
Yeah.
sense of humor, or it just doesn't.
It's
it'll
not going to
never
go.
work.
No.
Yeah.
Like it just you have to be on the same wavelength.
Do you think that's
the
the Irish in us as well?
probably yeah
The banter, like
yeah straight away
Yeah.
when it's awkward it needs to be funny for me.
yes.
It can't
Yeah.
be-
It can't
can't be-
actually be awkward.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know
Something
what you
has to happen for it to be, and both people find it funny.
mean. Yeah.
That's
If
where I
one
go.
if one finds it funny,
I hate that.
Yeah, and you're just sat there going, "Comedish, all of that."
That's people who take themselves too seriously and can't have that bit of
Yeah.
joke.
Yeah.
like that's what
No,
it is.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'd
And then
go- I'd have to think longer and deeper for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate when they're rude to a waiter or rude to
Yeah,
anyone.
yeah, yeah.
Rudeness
Mm.
is just like
That's a
no.
big one too.
I hate
Bad
that.
one.
And what's your biggest red flag? I can't even think of mine.
Oh,
Probably the same again. Rude.
yeah, kind of the same
Rudeness.
thing. And then if your mates don't like the person,
yeah,
Because they can see it before you.
yeah, because
Can't
then well,
they,
they have to hang around with them too.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
We get a lot of dilemmas in saying like, "Oh, my friends don't like my boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever."
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
like me.
Yeah, Yes, yeah. It's like, what do you do in that situation?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It is.
where it's. Yeah,
Yeah.
they've got a good judge of character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good one.
And
Yeah.
have you got any like one piece of life advice for people? Like just in general, even going to music or going to a
I
career?
think you just have to go for it. There's like, we're kind of held back at a young age.
Yeah.
I find a lot. Unless you've got like pair of balls and you're willing to go for it.
Yeah. It's that kind of
A
small
lot of people
town
are like
thing.
held back a little bit by, I don't know whether it's been what's been taught or, seeing it as too far ahead or whatever. But I just think that you just have to go for it.
I think people overthink it and then they end up not doing it because they thought about it too much. Like,
100%. When you start thinking about something you want to do, you think about all of the negatives.
Of course.
Yeah, before you think of...
Before you've even thought of the positive. So I just think it's like, it's the age-old follow your dreams type stuff. You have to.
Of course.
Because if you don't, you'll probably end up regretting it.
Yeah, when you're old. And your favourite podcast, and it can't be about golf or music.
Yeah. And we know it's obviously Hold My Drink. But
Hold My Drink.
Yeah,
Number one, I've been listening now. I love Diary of a CEO.
Yeah.
Love
I
that.
love High Performance Podcast. I like, there's a murder one that I was listening to. It was good.
Oh, I'm a lover of an L murder.
Yeah.
Crime and all that.
It was.
Love it.
Murder was in the title anyway, obviously. There's two comedians, Rob Beckett and Josh Widdicombe, and they have like a one about parenting.
Oh,
And
wow.
that is hilarious. Like telling stories of when they go away on weekends with the family and packing up the car when they go on trips, or
Just the way they tell it as well.
and
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
comedians, so
Yeah,
they've got a knack about it.
And Hold My Drink, obviously.
And Hold My Drink.
Thanks so much, Niall.
They're my top four.
Great.
Thank you
Cheers,
so
guys.
much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Secrets in the Stalls, we always want to help you and give you advice for any dilemmas you might have. Kind of conversations you have in the girls' bathroom of a nightclub where we give you the real talk advice. So this is called Secrets in the Stalls. All these dilemmas have been sent in to our email address. It's homemydrink@goloudnow.com. And let's get right into them. This is the first one. Hey girls, love you guys so much. So relatable and nice. We definitely need more girls like he in the world.
Aww.
Lovely. I met this guy over Tinder. We exchanged all socials within a day and got chatting. He was so nice and texted me 24/7, and when he had training or if he was busy, he would always reassure me that's why he wasn't responding without me asking. No red flags by him. He used to call me and send me good morning and night texts. We used to get so into convo that I got butterflies over the phone. After 2 weeks, we decided to meet up. So we booked a hotel as he lived 2 hours away. Everything was lush. He was so kind and wanted to make everything good and nice for me. We ordered food and watched movies. He brushed my hair after my shower and I never stopped complimenting me. I wasn't used to his treatment as my last 2 relationships were just not nice. He was a genuinely great guy, and it was both in our heads that we would get serious. I guess it was that feeling when you meet someone and just know. After that night, I went home and his vibe instantly changed. He never called me anymore, but still texted me, just not as often. This was going on for a few weeks when I eventually got tired and confronted him. He said we lived too far apart and didn't want to hurt me if things went badly. We did live far apart considering we're both students in different colleges. I can't drive and he plays a lot of sports, so his evenings are taken up by training or matches. There wasn't any way we could meet up, but I still was having none of it as I felt like he used me for the night. I still think about him every day since it ended 9 months ago, and any guy I've got with since is nothing compared to him. He still texts me random questions now and again. I feel like it's an excuse to talk to me. We still have each other on all social media. One night we were both out in different counties and he swiped up on my story. I was so happy he texted me. I stopped being so stubborn and we were sending each other happy messages. He was saying things like maybe sometime down the line, etc. And I love you, I really do. I hate getting with other people and I just want him. He doesn't know this as I often act like a bitch to him whenever he texts, but he still takes it and doesn't fight back. I'm stuck between if he wanted to, he would make time for me or at least try. And I don't think I can ever get better than him. I'd like to think that all boys are bad and this excuse is completely valid and true, and maybe he's just upset about it as I am. Should I just block him on everything or be a hopeless romantic and hope that one day things will work out eventually and keep in touch low key like we are already doing? Thank you.
This is like something from a movie.
No.
Oh, sorry.
No.
No?
Why?
Why?
I think he's full of shit.
Aww.
No. I'm sorry, he's acting like they live on other sides of the planet. They live 2 hours away.
Yeah, true, actually.
That's not even long distance. Well, it is, but like somewhere down the line, as if there's this big huge thing
obstacle
between
in the
them,
way.
like
So do you think he's just trying to keep her sweet?
Yeah, like, and someone like him brushing her hair and being so nice to her and stuff, she's holding on to this one
Night.
Some men are so good at being fuckboys that they know like
How
little
to do
things to do that stick in your head that are like, oh, he even done this. Like they know by now what's the expert level thing to do as a fuckboy.
Yeah.
And they'll just do that and keep like they want you to be obsessed with them. Like him always texting her random questions and all. That's not like we romanticize it and we're like, oh my god, he's clearly still thinking of me. Like it could be that, but it also could be that he just wants to keep you there.
Keep you on a string.
He wants
Keep you an option.
Keep you an option, and he wants someone to feed his ego and be obsessed with him.
Yeah.
Like
would you say to him, if you were her, would you say to him to like, I don't know, would you confront him about that and say it to him, or do you have to go to the extent of blocking him, do you think? Or do you say, like, if you actually want to give this a go, you need to make the effort. 2 hours is nothing. I know you're busy, but like, or do you think, no, he doesn't even want to?
I don't think he's saying he loves her, I really do, after they met one time. Like, I'm sorry, but that's not keeping someone there. I love you, but I can't be with you. You live 2 hours away. What a fucking shite excuse. I'm sorry, there's such things. If you want to do, you would. Like, I know you'd be tired after training, but you can just drive up with someone. Like, like, no.
Yeah.
Like, I think this girl's romanticising it in her head too much because it was such a nice night, but you can have such a nice night with anyone. It's the first date. Obviously, he's going to pull out all the stops and be the nicest version of himself.
It's the first date that's going to happen. Yeah, it's what happens after that first date.
Like, our bar sometimes is so low, and like she seems like, I used to be quite naive like that as well. I'd be like, oh, like he's brushing my hair, like obviously he loves me.
If a fella tried to
That's not
brush my hair,
always
I'd kick him in the head.
No,
I wouldn't kick anyone in the head. Violence is not the answer, but I've too many extensions in my head that they'd end up reefing. Yeah, they'd reef the extensions out of my head. No,
I just think it's a load of shy.
Yeah,
somewhere down the line, fuck off.
Now or never.
Never. Like, what? It's like keeping her there, and like she can't even get with anyone else after this one date. She's like, listen to how obsessed you are with this man after one date. He literally done that on purpose to keep you there. He probably has multiple versions of that.
Why bother though? Why?
I sound harsh, but like that's sometimes you have to give yourself the harsh.
Why do they do that?
To feed their ego. They want like a roster of girls there who they know is obsessed with them.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm being harsh with you because sometimes you have to be harsh with yourself. I've looked in the mirror and been like, Charleen, you're a stupid bitch.
On. Yeah.
I have.
Have you?
You have to do it. And you actually are like, yeah, fair enough, I am. Like, you listen to yourself, honestly.
You have to just admit it sometimes. Yeah. Like, okay.
Like, especially pulling away from you straight after seeing you once. Like, fair enough if he's seen you. Not fair enough, but like, it would make more sense if he was seeing you for a couple of months.
And he realised he couldn't do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He has not even tried and he's saying he loves you. Run away. Please. Thank you. Honestly, he hasn't even, like, if he wants to, he would. That's all I can say for this.
Yeah.
Love you so much. You're going to find a lovely man who won't do this.
Okay. The next one I have then is, hi Charleen and Ellie, I have a dilemma. I've always been the type of person who loved having a BFF who also thinks the same for me back. Basically being each other's number ones. Well, I've had that friend since the first year of college and we are now in our masters. How many years is that? Oh, it depends, does it?
Probably 4 years.
We're soul sisters. We did student exchange together, lived together in college, everything. But I've noticed she's starting to get close with one of the girls we used to live with who was also living near her hometown. They've always been friends but have been getting very, very close lately, Jesus, which makes me a bit jealous. She says now and again to me how I'm her bestest friend in the world, usually when drunk, but it still makes me jealous to see them somewhat as close as we are. She wants to go to Canada for 3 or 4 weeks holidays this October and asked the girl who lived with us to go. I have plans to go with my boyfriend on a similar trip somewhere else this summer, but the thought of them going without me makes me sick. I know I sound crazy. I nearly wish I could just go with them and do a smaller trip with my boyfriend for a summer instead, because he obviously can't third wheel with us. If I just wait for October to come around, I don't have the money to do both. I just don't know if I'm the problem here or is this a normal way to feel. I just want to experience these things with her as I am more than welcome to go with them. But I have a boyfriend too who I originally said I would do a long trip with. Please help. I just really don't want her to get closer to the other friend, especially when we always do everything together and it'll be such a memorable trip for them and they will more than likely get closer as friends. I just don't want to feel like I'll end up second best. Is this an unhealthy way to think? Thanks, girls.
It's kind of like, I think you're overthinking it too much a little bit.
Yeah.
Of like, you can't just like make sure
keep someone all to
yeah
yourself.
you can't like make sure you're at every event in case, like, say there's a party coming up and you miss it and you're like, fuck, because I'm not at that, they're going to get a bit closer and I'll miss out. Like, you can't just be at everything, because there's going to be things in life when you can't go to it and you can't say, oh God, what if this makes them closer and I'm left out? Like, you drive yourself insane thinking like that, I think.
Yeah.
And like,
excuse me. I think I think you'll worry yourself sick thinking that, like, if she is your best friend and you are her best friend and you're both like soul sisters, like you say, you shouldn't be too worried then about, like, you're allowed to have other friends. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be too worried about her being friends with someone else. I know sometimes, like, jealousy is a natural human feeling thing. We all get it. Yeah. But, like, I think you're willing to go so far that it might end up hurting your relationship, your friendship, if you know what I mean.
Like, or your relationship. If you like cancel your holiday with your boyfriend.
Yeah, either.
Yeah.
I think you're thinking too much into this.
Yeah.
And I think you're freaking yourself out by you thinking if she gets close to someone else, she's going to end up leaving you.
Yeah, you don't be friends anymore.
No.
Yeah.
That isn't what happens. Like, sometimes groups just grow and kind of...
Yeah. And it's not like she's gone on the trip without you. Like, she did invite you. It's not like she's saying, well, we're going. See you later.
Bye.
Like, she definitely was not... There's not going to be anything that's going to make her not be close to you anymore. Do you know? So I wouldn't worry. And it's definitely, like, a normal feeling to have.
Yeah.
But think of it as if, like, a best friend's always going to be there no matter what.
Yeah.
And don't worry. And try not to overthink it. I know it's easier said than done, but...
I know.
Try.
You can't stop your friends having friends.
No. Because you literally go, like, you make yourself sick, like Ellie said. You just be, like, thinking about all the time and, like, not wanting them to do anything alone. And going to plans you want to go to just because they're there together.
No.
Yeah. So you can send your dilemmas into homeidrink@goloudnow.com. We've answered even more on the bonus episode, which is Home I Drink Extra Juice. Listen back to that after this episode, and you can listen back to a new one coming to you this Monday and every Monday as well. Sip or skip. So we take a topic based on the week's episode, and because we're called Home I Drink, if we sip it means we agree, if we skip we disagree. Niall said that his drink of choice when he's in a pub is a Guinness.
Well, he said when he's in Ireland it's a Guinness.
It's a Guinness, yeah. Sip or skip to a Guinness. What do you think?
Skip.
Tastes like blood. Tastes like bread. Oh, blood.
Oh, like iron. Like,
I think it's like bread. Bready, yeasty, like.
It's not nice.
No.
I don't like it.
I don't get it. It's very heavy as well.
I like a baby Guinness.
No, I don't like that either.
That's not even Guinness.
No. It's Bailey's and
Tia Maria.
Is it Amaro? Yeah, you're right. Tia Maria.
Guinness.
It's like that fake coffee taste.
I like Guinness brown bread.
Oh, same.
That's about it.
That's about it. Doesn't even taste like Guinness.
No. I just, I don't think I could ever. Yeah, it's like a meal in it.
And even the colour of it.
So heavy. All the nanas used to drink it with.
I worked in a pub and old men Guinness farts are fucking disgusting.
No, the nanas used to drink it with Ribena.
Oh, blackcurrant. Yeah. It's not nice.
You put I can't imagine it.
Can't imagine that feeling.
A glass of it with Ribena in it. Ugh. Now,
sorry,
saying that, I love the smell of the hops. I love the smell of did you ever smell the hops in town?
No.
In the big Guinness factory?
Oh.
Or sometimes if you're driving along the quays, you can smell it. It's like a wheat. It's like
barley.
Yeah.
I was in the Guinness stores before and I didn't like the smell.
I love the smell.
No.
But I just can't get on board with the taste of it and the splitting the G and the...
Sure.
Yeah. It's a thick, gloopy
mess.
Do you drink it really cold?
Yeah.
See, I think because it's not fizzy, it's weird. Do you know what I mean? Like a lot of drinks that we drink on nights out are fizzy.
Beer fizzy? Beer's fizzy.
Yeah. Cider's fizzy.
Yeah.
Like if you had a gin and whatever.
Very soft.
It's fizzy.
Yeah. I wish I liked it. I wish I was a Guinness gal.
If you ever see us with Guinness, it's literally for the Instagram picture. That's it.
Literally, that's all. We probably won't ever do it.
I'm really sorry to tell you.
Thank you so much for listening. You can listen back to our bonus episode from Monday, Home Drink Extra Juice, where we answer more dilemmas. You can rate us on Spotify or wherever you listen to your
Yes,
podcast.
please. We want 5.
Please. So make sure to listen back to our bonus episode and give us a rate and subscribe to the podcast. And we will see you next week.
See you
see you Monday.
What? Oh, yeah.
Monday.
I'm really tired.
Love you.
Love you, love. Bye.
Subscribe to this podcast for free on the GoLoud app.